to Nature's CSI, Creepy Stories of Invasion. I'm Dr. Tom Stolgren. This is episode 9, Godzilla-like lizards. Let's look at Godzilla and compare Godzilla to the lizards we've let loose in the wild. Here's Godzilla. He visits every 25 to 30 years. He wreaks havoc for a few days. He has a low reproductive rate. And there are no reports of Godzilla eating rare or threatened species. On the other side, you've got invasive reptiles, pets that we've released into the wild. They visit every day for many years. They wreak havoc every day for many years. They have a high reproductive rate, and there are many reports of them eating threatened and rare species. They are very real, and we can be part of the solution. Let's look at the Tegu lizards. They're native to South America, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, and Argentina. It reproduces quickly and eats small animals and eggs of many wildlife species. There are breeding populations in Miami-Dade, Polk, and Hillsborough counties. They are all escaped and released pets that have found each other and began to multiply. Let's take a look at that lizard. Oh my gosh. Ooh. The Tegu lizard can reach up to 4 feet long. They spend most of their time on land, but they can swim well and hide in water. They're primarily active during the day, but they'll burrow and hide overnight. The only way to deal with them is to trap them in traps. A little bait, you have to know exactly where they are. And that's where we might come in handy. State officials are asking the public to send in their locations. You take a picture, you note the location, and report a sighting. You can either call it in over the phone or load it up on a website, I'veGotOne.org. You got to love that name. Here's where the public, citizen scientists, can be part of the solution. Now let's look at the Nile monitor lizard. Ooh. Oh my gosh, it can grow up to 7 feet long, and it eats a lot of eggs. Come on, eat an egg. You got one? Oh, doesn't have one. Come on, eat an egg for me. Just one. Ah, there we go. All right. All right. Bye-bye, egg. Bye-bye. You get the idea. They're a native of Africa, and they can grow up to 7 feet long. Now, that's 50 to 100 times bigger than a little bird. They eat eggs of birds, alligators, crocodiles, turtles, and pets, and they're even a threat to small children. They could impact many threatened and endangered species, including the burrowing owls and the sea turtles, both laying eggs on the surface. Never attempt to capture a Nile monitor lizard. They rear up on their back legs and they lash out with sharp teeth and claws and a very strong tail. And their saliva carries lethal germs and pathogens, which can be fatal to humans. If you're bitten, seek medical attention immediately. Luckily, there's some science going on behind the scenes. This was shared by my friends Dr. Bob Reed and Paige Klug of the USGS. One of the first studies that a group of scientists in Fort Collins did was they looked at 9 candidate baits. They tested mice and quail, chicken, turkey, fish, finch eggs, everything on the menu. They found out that 6 out of 9 baits were eaten by the Nile monitor lizard, but only 2 baits were eaten by the pythons, mice and quail chicks. They followed that study up with another one to find out what could possibly kill them. They fed mice 0, 20, 40, and 80 milligrams of Tylenol. And they fed them to the monitors and the pythons. And they found out that both had 100% mortality at a dose of just 80 milligrams. That's great. So they know what bait to use and they know what kills them. But it's very difficult to deliver that bait without killing native species, the native lizards and the native snakes that would also go after that bait. So they're still working on it. Luckily, we can do something about it. As citizen scientists, you've got to hop on the I'veGotOne.org website if you see one of these lizards. Report it, either by telephone or on the website. You only have to put in a little bit of information on your name and your whereabouts, your location, latitude and longitude if you have a GPS with you, and a picture. you can send in a photo of the lizard to make sure it's correctly identified. Then this helps locate the areas scientists and wildlife officials can put the bait or the traps. And it's not just for lizards. You can enter plants, insects, mollusks, fish, reptiles, mammals, amphibians, birds, and even crustaceans. We can help locate these invasive species for the wildlife officials. I like this being part of the solution. We can help, but play it safe. If you're out there with a giant lizard or a giant snake, make sure you take the picture from a distance. Note the location and report the sighting. Here's where we can help. Let's all be a part of this solution from now on. Thanks for joining us on Nature CSI, Creepy Stories of Invasion. If you have an idea for another episode, shoot me an email. Check out our website. And in the meantime, get out there and save the world.